Hi, it's me. I am going to share screen here. Give me a second. We'll get you up and running and on the page. And I am going to do the satisfying drawing on Sketchbook. So those of you who asked me, oh, look, if there's another video out there with this. So I am going to go to the gallery and go to the gallery so I can save the current sketch. And then I am going to add a new sketch, 1124, create. Okay, make this a little bit bigger. I am going to right here, which is right here on the screen, I'm going to choose the technical pen, and I'm going to choose black. Okay. Oh, by the way, color. There's Copic pen colors or regular colors. I like to use this because I know exactly where things are and how to get a color. I'm going to move this a little bit off screen. And I'm going to use the line tool, which is under shape, which is right here. Okay. Maybe you can see me in the little screen up in the corner of the recording. So here we go. I'm going to use the line tool. And I'm just going to make a border. And I'm going to make sure that the lines connect in the corners so that when I get through, if I want to color, which is really the most satisfying part, I can do that. So once I have this done, then I need some kind of a center. I did a video, but it turned out way too long. But I'm going to try the circle oval. I'm going to put it right here in the middle. Okay, go back to line tool, and I am not really worrying about it being, whoops, totally perfect, but the back button is your friend. Uh-oh. Back button is your friend. Go over here to the side, and for some of you, you're going, oh, wait a minute, that's not even. Guess what? Don't worry about it. Start up in the corner and bring it here, because with this satisfying drawing, no one can tell but you afterwards, and it looks really cool. And if you're a total perfectionist, then guess what? You can hit the back button and redo. Okay, once I've got my basic lines, then I need to decide where I'm going to start. Am I going to go this way and go around? Am I going to go up and go around? And for this one, I'm going to go ahead and go up and around for this one. So here we go. Up and over a little bit, over a little bit, over a little bit. And I am just raising up the stylus when I get to where I want so I can make a new line. Now, I have a stylus, but this does not mean that you cannot be doing this with your finger. I would just blow up the screen so that I could get this done with my hand if I had to. Stylus is super cheap, like a couple bucks for a lot of them. There's no need for this super fancy schmancy Apple one. I'm just lucky that Mr. Mitchell let me borrow his because he wasn't using it. So thank you, Mr. Mitchell. Whoop, need to go back. Okay, and I'm gonna, whoa, I'm gonna stop there. Still looks weird to me. Okay, and then I had come up here, so I'm going to come out this way from the center. So I kind of am thinking about symmetry. And if you are not too worried about symmetry, then probably won't take you as much time. And actually, if you're thinking, oh, it's going to take me so long, it actually is super quick. And I think it's a little meditative, meaning you get a little meditation, which is good for us. It gives you something to focus on and to quiet the mind. Another really cool thing is that you could do this anywhere. You could be sitting on the couch. You could be at the kitchen table. You could be in the car, in the back seat. You could do this from pretty much anywhere. Maybe one more. Woo! I already like it. And notice it's not exactly perfect, and that's okay. Okay, so then I'm gonna go ahead and do a new layer. So over here, this is all in one layer, and up here, right here, you have, I'm gonna move this out, whoa. I need to move this over so you can see. Right here, you have a plus button. Plus. Oh, I'm clicking my computer screen. There you go. So I have a new layer. I'm going to add 2 more of these on this next layer. So I'm going to come down and I'm going to do these. Okay, here we go. Now, before I start here, so I'm going to start here. Here we go. Again, I'm kind of thinking about symmetry, and there's no right or wrong. You don't have to start where I start. You have the opportunity to make this your own. And if you go ahead and try this, I can't wait to see how your artwork turns out. Whoa, I'm going to go back. I want to make sure that these totally come to the edge and close off, because the coloring at the end is like super satisfying. It is super cool to fill in all those little spaces. So I hope you enjoy it as much as I did the first time I tried it. Okay, I'm gonna leave that one there. Come out from here. Again, another cool thing about watching this video online is that you can fast forward. So here, I'm gonna go back. I didn't like that didn't come and close off. Anyway, you have the opportunity to fast forward through all of this and just go to the parts that you need. You are definitely not missing Miss Leslie conversation, although I know I'm very entertaining. I think I'm entertaining to a lot of you because you know what, Miss Leslie's pretty cool. I like teaching and sharing, really. I don't know if I'm necessarily teaching you guys, as I'm just sharing things that I like and I think things that are important and lessons about life. I've had to go through a lot of stuff. You know, when you're 55 and you've got kids and grandkids, you've seen a lot. Okay, I'm gonna leave it like that. Notice these are a little bit different. And do I care? No, I don't care. And the cool thing about your iPad, and you guys can see up in the corner, I can turn it, and hopefully I'm not right in the way. I'm not even thinking about my hair and everything being in the way if you're looking at the little drawing up there. Okay, I started out from here, so I'm gonna start out from here. And go, shink, shink, shink. I do like sound effects, shink, shink. I don't know if I've ever told the story to you guys, but first time I ever went to get my driver's license. I'd gotten my car and I was super excited and I wanted my license that day. And all of the DMV appointments were full. In fact, if you're trying to get your license right now, I know I have friends who have kids who turn 16, they want to go take the driver's test and the DMV is closed. So I'm sorry for you guys. But I wanted to get that license that day. Well, the only available appointment was clear out in Junction City, but we did it. And I went with my mom and my brother and my best friend. Ooh, it's coming along. Okay, I'm going to move this little pen tool out of the way. I'm going to start from here again. So I go out to Junction City, and while you wait for your turn, they have you read a little manual about everything. And of course, I'm a teen, and my friend is there, and my mom, and my brother. And we start goofing around, reading all of the stuff, all the requirements. And like, if you fail the test, you have to wait a week to take it again. And if you fail it the second time, you have to wait 60 days or 30 days and to get it again. And if you don't pass the third time, then you had to wait maybe the 60 days then. But if you didn't pass it a fourth time, you had to get permission from the state in order to take your license again. And of course, we're teens and this cracked me up. And so we're all laughing. Now, while we're all laughing and goofing around, and I'm thinking and talking out loud saying, oh man, I'm gonna not pass because I do sound effects. I'm gonna turn this again. Well, the woman behind the counter didn't at all seem happy with our remarks, and she kept giving us dirty looks. Well, guess what? the guy came back from taking someone else out to get their test done, and I thought I was going to be going out with him, but guess what? He traded places with the woman behind the counter who had been listening to us be kind of little goofy and laughing too much for her standards. So when she took me on my test, the first thing she said to me when she sat down next to me was, "I think you're a little bit nervous." And what happened? Bam, dun, dun, dun. I was nervous. And she took me around just a couple blocks. And of course, I couldn't help myself. I had a stick shift. I made noises because that's me. That's how I do things. That's how I roll. I'm going to go back here a couple steps because this isn't doing what I want it to do. Sometimes you get in the centerpiece and it is a little weird. So I'm just going to leave that a little wonky. So needless to say, the woman took me back and I thought, wow, that was quick. I passed. That was only like a few blocks. Wow. Guess what? She did not pass me and proceeded to let me know that she wasn't happy with me and that I had not passed and I would have to make another appointment. And needless to say, that really made me feel awful. I did not get my license. And it took me a while before I went back to get it again. So I guess word to the wise is don't goof off when you go to the DMV, because the person behind the counter may be listening to you and deciding before you ever get to go out in the car whether they're going to let you pass or not. And sound effects. I don't know if my sound effects were what prevented me from getting my license, but I still make sound effects, like when I'm drawing, shink, shink, shink. And when I, oh, that turns out cool. Okay, now I'm going to do the center, and I'm just going to make like kind of this square and going from here over to here, over to here. You may decide to do your center differently than me, which is quite all right. And then I'm going to change it up here. You can do it any way you want because it's your drawing. And hopefully I haven't talked too much. I don't think this closed right here, so I'm going to go back again. Remember, it's all about the coloring. Unless you want it to run everywhere and you don't care. But I think closing off your lines is super important. One more. Okay, here we go. Now's the fun part. And you know what? I put all of it on the second layer instead of changing it up. But at least you learned about the layers. Okay, I'm going to make another new layer for the coloring. Okay, move this over. Now I have a new layer for coloring. Now, we use the paint bucket. Okay, paint bucket tool right up here. And this right here, the solid blue, is how you color it. But before you do that, I want you to look at this right here. This right here, I'm just going to, it says sample layer. I'm going to sample all the layers. And I am on this new layer right here. Okay. And I'm going to go to paint bucket and I'm going to change the color, and let's pick some cool blue. Sure. Okay. Right here. All right. So watch this. Now I can start filling in any of them that I want. I'm going to go back. Sometimes if you want to go symmetrical, you can. Maybe I start with this, but it's so satisfying to do the color, you guys. Maybe I want to go around the edge. Super cool. And notice I'm just painting on this top layer. It is not affecting any of the others. So if I turn off the layer, you can still see just the black and white. Okay. Something else, if you touch the lines, it colors the lines. So that's kind of cool too. Maybe you just decide that that's what you want, is to color the lines. Again, we can go and change a color. Maybe I want to pull in this cool green, and I want to start painting different sections. You get to decide what you want to do for color. Okay. Maybe I want these two and these two and these two and these two. I sometimes want to go symmetrical, and other times I just want to be random. So right now I'm just gonna, let's see, I'll go here. Add a little green to these sections. Maybe they need a couple. There we go. Okay, and I'm gonna leave it at that. Now, when you wanna save, just go ahead and go up here to the gallery, okay? Gallery. And if I click the gallery little picture, which is right here, bam, and click Save Current Sketch, kabam. And then we can look at some of the other stuff. So I've done a video for the whole, you guys will see that. Here's another one that I did. Load that up so you can see it. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the gallery. I did this one. Okay, let me turn off this so you can see that. I really enjoyed this one. I did that one last night, but I didn't record. Back to the gallery. I did the stair steps. I'm gonna do a video for the stair steps too. Okay. All right. So as you can see, I liked them. Okay, bye you guys.